Good morning. Blimey. Oh, it's been a bit of a wild night. Yeah. I did forecast a bit of rain, which we've had a fair bit of rain actually, on and off. But it's very windy. It's just gone 5:30, so quite early still. Yeah. Oh, still. It's been a lovely night actually. It's been really nice and quiet. Bit of wildlife. Got a few birds singing this morning. It's been really nice. So yeah, very fortunate to have found this place. Most important job in the morning, get a coffee on the go. Yeah. And as I'm here comfortable with my with my socks and trainers on, I've got to take them off. I really hope these will dry overnight. They are soaking wet and cold. Not looking forward to taking my nice warm socks off and putting those on, I can tell you. But there we are. Better man up, I suppose. What I'll do as I'm passing through Homusfield, I might just see if I can't find some fresh water from somewhere. There is a campsite there, so there must be a tap. I'll give a swim a miss. Right, well, we are all squared away. Canoes there at the ready. Wet shoes there at the ready. I'm going to push the canoe around first. Hopefully that'll flatten the nettles grass and knock off the wet, and I can come back for the boundary bag and we'll all be good. Right then guys, that's it. We're around there. Very hard work pushing that canoe all the way around there. So that's got the blood pumping. As you can see, that's where the canoe was. That's where I was. That's where the tent was. And there is not a trace left. Nice and clean. Got all the rubbish in the bag. Yeah, so apart from a bit of flattened grass, nobody will know that I was there. Canoe's already in the water, begging to get going. Can't even see that weir, but it's obviously just up there somewhere. See by the water flow, I could hear it last night. Very faint sound in the background. Blimey, it's quite hard working here this morning so far. The channel's so narrow I can't hardly get my paddle in to bloody paddle a canoe. And now we've got quite a lot of debris here. Ease my way through, save it pulling you off. Crikey, come out. Oh, yeah. God, right, I think we're through that piece. Yes. The problem with these reeds is they are just a magnet for insects. All kinds of stuff flying out of them. Won't do to be too precious when you're canoeing on the river. Not for the squeamish. Ever scared of anything dirty and insects? Oh, God forbid. Right, I think we're going to have to lower you down a bit, I think. I don't know, you might just make it. Oh. Right, last minute intervention. Right, there we are. We'll try you down there a bit. Oh, blimey. Oh. Ah, yeah, yeah. Oh, a bit of a bank collapse there. And I can always see there's another tree down. Look at the insects. Sorry if you're a bit squeamish. I don't mind them, but I'd rather they didn't fly in my mouth. I think I must have taken the wrong turn back there. I must be in the ditch. I must be. This can't be the River Waveney. The River Waveney? That's a major watercourse, you know. I think I've used that one before. Yes. You could be forgiven for thinking otherwise. You could. Oh, God, blimey. A bit of wood in the chest, not what you want. So you are having a rough ride this morning, aren't you? I can tell you, it's not much easier on the sharp end. God, dear. If it wasn't challenging, it would be no fun. Oh, what do you say, Mr. Swan? I saw you two went past my campsite this morning, didn't you? He said, oh yeah, I know you. You're that geezer who was in the tent on the riverbank by the portage. You didn't give us any bread. No, I know, I never had any. No, I was saying I was going to build another canoe and I was going to make it about 14 foot. Actually, I think I changed my mind. I'm going to go for about 8 feet, I think. 8 feet and very narrow. Oh, I can see a tent. Is somebody wild camping? Or is that a campsite? Or is it somebody's garden? Who knows? Nice, very nice, huh? Blimey, if that's the campsite, I missed the trick. Big heap of wood. No, I don't think. No, I don't think that is the campsite. I'm sure that's the other side of the pub. So that is somebody's very nice riverside garden. Ducky head, that's it. Right. Not some people get up at 5:30 and go to the gym. I think this is a fairly good workout so far. And it has. Oh. God, bloody hell. Every tweak has to grab hold of the camera. Love it. Oh dear. Well, before this excitement began, I was going to tell you about the bridge up here. I think I might need to change channels, I'm not sure. This could potentially be a mistake. Oh, blimey. Yeah, so we're coming up to Homusfield Bridge. And this is the old road bridge. And when I was a very young lad, and my parents used to go to Yarmouth or Alton Board on occasion. I may have this wrong, but I thought we used to drive over that bridge. In fact, I'm sure we did. Yes, we did. But then it was closed to traffic. I'm not quite sure the exact date. I would imagine it must have been somewhere in the 70s. But anyway, this is the oldest concrete bridge in Britain. It's actually grade 2 listed. So pull it up there. There we go. Yeah, concrete and steel. Good grief. This is, I think I better concentrate on the water. Look how shallow this is. There is rocks, logs, everything in here. Well, actually, blimey, that actually went through there rather well. Apart from that bit. Yes, and this is the nice new bridge that replaced it. Apart from it being a very public area, that would be quite a nice little camping spot there. But you are quite close to the pub, the Homersfield Black Swan, or the Mucky Duck as we used to call it back in the day. So yeah, it might get a bit lively with kids and stuff. There's quite a large parking area there as well on the left hand side, so no doubt that is a prime spot for the lads and their little hot hatches to queue up and have a competition with their sound systems to see who's got the loudest, most annoying one. Now this little bit here on the right hand side, that's where I wild camped in there when I was walking the what was I walking? The Angles Way. Yeah, that wasn't such a bad spot actually. Right, we can readjust you again now. Yeah, so this, I was going to stop there and try and get some water, never mind. Yes, I was, wasn't I? Damn, I've got carried away. I might just go back actually. I did paddle back to Homusfield and I have managed to refill my water bottle. So mission accomplished. And also, I had an opportunity to bring back very happy memories of paddling upstream with a headwind. Boy, that's quite hard. Considering I'm just trickling down here, I hardly notice the wind, but as soon as you turn round, blimey. Oi! No, no one's here. Another thing that was quite interesting back there, so I thought, well, campsite, water, they go hand in hand, don't they? It appears the campsite may have closed. If it's not closed, there's nobody want to be there because that is absolutely deserted. But I did manage to find a water tap behind the pub, so it was all good. So yeah, so if you are thinking of doing a similar journey and you're relying on a campsite, I would just ring them up and just check out what the situation is. Although there does look to be a lot of nice places there you could stop, but like I say, the only problem is you're going to have possibly drunken people milling around when the pubs kick out. But I'm not even sure if it happens anymore, does it? I mean, in my day when I was young, you know, drunken people leaving the pub was just normal. But nowadays, I don't suppose anybody leaves the pub particularly drunk, do they? Not unless they're walking home. So maybe nothing to worry about. Oh. So yeah, so that's very interesting. I just took a couple of photos while I was there. I'll have to ask my dad, he'll remember, but I thought when we used to paddle up here in his Morris Minor, that we used to go over that bridge when I was a young boy. I was going to say wearing short trousers, but I'm still wearing short trousers and I'm definitely not a young boy anymore. So. Yeah, so in a minute we'll get away from the road, not that it's that particularly noisy at the moment, and this will all change into Riverside Meadows. Hello again. Oh, well, I've just had a bit of a silly accident. I was just cruising down the river with the flow, backwind, life was lovely, and I thought, oh, I think I'd better stop and do a bit of a paddle by with the action cam. So I was trying to get out of the river just here, which with hindsight is a bit of a silly spot really, but nonetheless I was trying to get out there, and I had the action cam in my hand. As I stood up to get out the canoe slipped in the mud, I lost my balance and I ended up on the other side in the water. So soaking wet, everything in the canoe obviously got wet and fell out. Luckily, I am a bit pedantic in these things, everything was tethered in apart from my rubbish bag and my leggings and them sort of things, which were tucked at the back of the canoe, but they were all just lying in the water. So yeah, the worst thing is in the melee I lost the action cam, but I didn't panic. I just stood on the bank and waited till all the mud had cleared and the water was clear, and yeah, I was just able to see it. But bizarrely, I couldn't see the camera or the stick. The only thing I could see was on the bottom of this stick. I've made a bolt which I used to stick it into the ground with, and I could just see that bit of aluminium glinting. Now I think if it hadn't have been for that, I would have been in there grubbing around trying to find it, which could have, you know, obviously you've only got to stand on it and push it into the mud, and then yeah, that's all over. So yeah, could have been a lot worse. Luckily I got a change of clothes with me and everything was tied in, nothing seems to have suffered. The only thing I am slightly concerned about this is why I'm not using it now, is my microphone. That's clipped to the top of my sweatshirt. It didn't get, I don't think it got a full submersion because the top of my sweatshirt is still dry, but it must have got some water on it because it's got condensation on the inside. So at the moment it's hanging in that tree, and I'm just going to leave it for a little while and just let that dry out, and then hopefully that'll be okay again. Yeah, so yeah, that's my biggest. Yeah, so this goes to show, you know, no matter how things, everything's looking good and all rosy, not a care in the world. It's very easy to leave your phone or camera or something just lying in the bottom of the canoe, but you know, these silly little accidents can happen in a flash, and you know, if everything's not tethered in, you end up losing it, which would be a really bad end, premature end to a trip, that's for sure. So yeah, but at least, you know, looking on the positives, the canoe has had a nice wash, so that's quite clean now, which is nice. I've just had a bit of brekkie. Right, we're back on the water. I still haven't tried the microphone yet. I'm just leaving it to dry as much as I can. So yeah, sun is out, so it's nice. I did make a joke this morning at the campsite about having a swim, didn't I? Maybe I should have kept quiet, because now I've had one. It wasn't that enjoyable. Certainly don't want to repeat, because I have no more dry clothes. This is it. I am travelling light. Obviously we are sort of heading towards summertime, so at least it's not too bad, but in the colder months you'd be in a lot of trouble if you didn't have, you know, doubled up on all your gear, jackets and everything. So it's a lesson there as well, isn't there? Awful lot of reeds on this section. Yeah, so I've been weaving my way in and out of these for ages now. In some places they're so thick you can't even see the river or where to go. Just have to just try and see where the most water flow is and hope that's the one to go down. Seems to be working out most of the time. Hello. There's a fair number of different trees down and little bushes. We've got another one coming up here. This might be problematic. I think I can get past, but I'm not sure about you. I think that's a shame when you see such young trees falling down. You know, they've got a lot of life ahead of them potentially. I do remember the section sort of leading towards Flixton, you're in quite a lot of woodland area, and usually there is a vast number of trees down in that area. So I've struggled through in the past, but it'll be interesting to see what it's like now. coming into the wooded section. So I'm going to say goodbye to the sun for a bit, but actually there's a lot more cloud now than there was. Oh dear. Come back, sun. Oh, swan on nest. Oh shit. Right. That swan was on a nest. The way that swan is struggling to get through here. Fancy my chances much. We'll have to go under here, I think. It's either under or over, so I rather fancy that under looks favourite. But there's a lot of debris here, so we're just going to take some pulling through. Got me. Oh well, that wasn't too bad actually. It is very windy and we are now in quite a lot of trees. Yes. These two swans do seem to be showing me the way. Yes, I'm very thankful for that. Look at this one. There's going to be another limbo, but looks of it. If that tree didn't have that bent trunk, we would be in serious trouble. Oh, right. I just saved you from a fairly serious headache. Right, can I get under it? Oh, bloody hell. Jeez. Ah, it just gets bloody worse. I know this bit can be bad, but this one looks right, this is the only way through I can see, short of abseiling. Oh, blimey, come on, Canoe. Steer ourselves through here. Maybe you'd like to see me pulling faces and grimacing as I try to get under here. Oh! God, oh. And we're through. I think we're through. Do you know what, that's a bit of deja vu there. I wonder whether that was down last time I came along here. Good to see somebody's on top of the rivers, keeping them clear. Thinking of wildlife, they'll be loving this. Ah, right. Yes, I remember that area there. I've stopped there before and had a sandwich. It's a very nice bank, and this was a lot. There was a big sandy shore here, which is no more. Right, swans, don't panic. Well, this is a fairly serious bit of woodland here, so I would imagine that this would be a very nice wild camping spot, because it's well out of the way, but you would need some metal proof trousers and boots. It's heavy. Oh, there goes a kingfisher. Yes, we are now quite close to the Flixton Road, which is just up on this bank on our right hand side. I do what we call the old road, which cuts through, goes past the pits at Flixton and then comes into the back end of Bungay. Doesn't get used so much now because of the new, because of the bypass, which isn't new anymore. I call it new because I remember it being built, but it has been there a significant number of years. Actually felt a little bit of a headwind there. I hope the wind isn't going to change direction. That'd be pretty bad news. Oh, fuck. I'll try and keep quiet down here. Last time I came down this section, I saw a pair of otters. It's quite shallow through here, but at the moment that's looking quite nice. More than enough water for this canoe. Keep your eyes peeled for an otter. And who doesn't like an otter? Apart from somebody with a fish pond in the garden. I remember he telling me about the old calf that used to be on this road. Well, I bet we passed it. And it's now a private residence. They seem to have a rather nice cabin by the river here. Maybe that's an Airbnb, who knows? Sauna. That part right at the top there, that used to be the camp. I cannot believe it is only 9:30, because I am making significant progress. A lot more than I really need to. Bungay isn't that far away, so somewhere up here I'm going to have to, I'm going to stop and have second breakfast. I think I might get my stove out and heat up some of this bacon, some of that bacon and sausages, and we've got another swan on a nest down here. It's going to be a head tipping moment, I'm afraid. No, that's not a swan, that was a trick of the light. Don't even know whether this is going to go under there. Oh, God. very rapidly throw my weight forwards. Get that canoe to dip down under that. I'm still trying to dry these canoeing shoes, which seems to be a thankless task because they are still wringing wet. Yeah, anyway, I mean, based on my previous experiences, I was expecting this to be a lot more, I don't know, what should we say, a lot more arduous than it has been. And I was expecting quite a big battle on some of this, and you know, I'd be wading in the river and dragging the canoe. But as it's turned out, it's actually been a lot better than I expected. And not only that, having a tailwind has made things a lot easier, and consequently we are moving at a fair old pace. So it may be that we'll have to just waste a lot of time in bungee or whatever all around the area. Big tree across the water and I'm marooned on it. Come on. Oh, that's a big one off. It's good to have ballast in the boat that you can move around. Actually turning into a bit of a wind here. Side of the valley, I suppose. Oh, right. Oh. I think now we are out of the trees. Oh, we're out of the woods. Literally. Oh, this is nice. I found a lovely little spot. That I have. I've got my gear laid out there. I've just made a coffee. There's a very convenient linen line. The benefit of barbed wire is the clothes don't blow off it, so that's good because it's rather windy. I'm still waiting for my mic to dry out. And down here I found another sheltered little spot, which is where I've got my bacon and sausages warming up, and I've got 2 eggs to drop in there in a bit, and that'll be breakfast, second breakfast. Yeah, it's a nice spot and the sun's not come out. It's really good. The only downside is the road is quite close, so we have got a fair old bit of road noise. Before they built the new road, the old road literally was just the other side of these old trees, literally just there. So if we'd have been standing there 40 years ago, we'd have been watching the cars and lorries go past. Yeah, fantastic area, lovely meadow. Look at this, beautiful. Thankfully those cows are in another field. Assuming you can even see them, they are over there in the distance. Along with Flixton Aviation Museum. Oh, little family of swans has come to visit me with their little cute little fluffy cygnets. You alright? I'm not going to hurt you. You go past. Look at that. How wonderful. Yes, they look very nice. You got 5. Wow, very good. You make sure you look after them. How cute is that? Pre-cooking them, maybe quite very little. Very tough one, that one. That bacon looks too good to leave. So I've made a start. That's very nice bacon. It was up at the portage where, when I was very interested in wildlife photography a number of years back, I think I spent about a week off and on lying on the riverbank in a bag line photographing kingfishers. Just down from there, I did get some particularly nice kingfisher photos. And yeah, that was a lovely experience actually. That was lovely. Looks like my microphone has died. I did switch it on just a little while ago and just tried it, and it just said 110% battery, which was a bit suspicious. So I turned it off, but now it won't even turn on, so oh dear.